Then you got the 31st seed, Eala. She gets a bye in the first round. She'll take on either Sigemund or Marchenko in the second round.
The 2026 Miami Open draw has officially dropped, and one particular matchup is already sparking major attention. Eala is set to take on Laura Siegemund, a competitor known not only for her crafty playing style but also for her ability to get inside her opponents' heads. While this showdown promises a compelling contrast in styles, it's also shaping up to be a serious test of mental strength. The big question is whether Eala can stay focused against the kind of psychological tactics Siegemund has built her reputation on. Siegemund has long been regarded as one of the most controversial personalities on the WTA Tour. Her reputation goes beyond her shot-making. It's tied to how she manages matches both physically and mentally. She's known for stretching the limits of the game, using delays and disruptions to throw opponents off their rhythm. By slowing down the tempo and controlling the pace, she often forces her rivals out of their comfort zones. These tactics have made her a difficult opponent, but they've also placed her at the center of repeated debates about gamesmanship in tennis. Facing Eala at the Miami Open, there's little doubt she will bring that same approach. Her track record is well documented, with several incidents that have drawn criticism from players, officials, and fans alike. One of the most notable moments came during the US Open, where she went up against Coco Gauff. In that match, Siegemund consistently slowed things down, taking extended breaks between points, calling for medical timeouts, and disrupting the overall flow of play. These tactics clearly affected Gauff's rhythm, and frustration began to build. Eventually, Gauff called the umpire's attention to the delays, prompting an official warning in the form of a time violation. Instead of easing tensions, the situation escalated. Siegemund reacted strongly, and the focus quickly shifted from the tennis itself to the drama unfolding on court. The atmosphere became tense, with both players dealing not just with each other, but with the growing controversy. After the match, Siegemund defended herself in the press conference, insisting that the intensity of the contest naturally slowed her down and that the time violation was unjustified. However, many observers saw things differently. To them, it looked less like fatigue and more like a calculated effort to disrupt her opponent's flow. The incident only reinforced her reputation for using psychological tactics as part of her strategy, often stepping into a victim role when decisions don't go her way.
Less than a zero because they treated me bad. Like, they treated me like I was a cheater, like I was trying, sneaky ways to win this match or something. They treated me like I was a bad person. But there are people who are throwing rackets, who are screaming, who are making bad gestures toward the audience.
The controversy surrounding Laura Siegemund didn't end there. At the 2026 Australian Open, she once again sparked debate after attempting to catch her opponent Hughes off guard, serving while her rival was clearly unprepared. Although she won the point, it immediately drew criticism and put her back under the spotlight. When Hughes appealed to the umpire, Siegemund fired back with accusations of bias, claiming officials were unfairly siding against her. The situation escalated to the point where the umpire had to step in and briefly stop play, yet again raising serious questions about her on-court conduct. This pattern, pushing mental boundaries and then protesting when challenged, has become a defining trait of her career. However, as she prepares to face Eala, she's coming up against someone who has already proven she can handle intense psychological pressure. Eala's journey has been filled with moments that tested her mentally as much as physically. She has repeatedly dealt with controversial officiating and high-pressure scenarios, building a reputation for resilience along the way. One of the clearest examples came during the 2026 Australian Open qualifiers, where she was hit with harsh and questionable decisions at crucial stages of her match. Points were taken away, momentum was disrupted, and at one stage it seemed like her progress in the tournament was slipping away due to officiating rather than performance. But instead of losing composure, Eala stood her ground. She challenged the ruling, demanded a review, and ultimately saw the decision overturned. The point was replayed, and in that moment, she showed that her strength goes far beyond her shot-making ability. She proved she can confront the system itself and remain composed under pressure, something that will be vital against a player like Siegemund. That wasn't the only time Eala demonstrated her mental toughness. In a high-stakes match against Iga Swiatek, one of the top players in the world and a Grand Slam champion, Eala faced not only elite competition but also questionable officiating that threatened to derail her rhythm. Despite the circumstances, she refused to let frustration take over. She stayed locked in, maintained her focus, and continued to compete with intensity and belief. Even as calls went against her, she remained composed and kept fighting, showing maturity beyond her years. It's this ability to stay calm in chaos that separates her from many rising stars and makes her especially dangerous in mentally demanding matchups. For Eala, experience under pressure is now one of her greatest weapons. While Siegemund may attempt to disrupt her rhythm with delays, mind games, and psychological tactics, Eala has already been through similar battles. She understands what it takes to stay focused when everything around her is designed to break that concentration. Whether it's controversial calls, hostile environments, or elite opponents, she has consistently found ways to adapt and respond. That experience could prove decisive as she steps onto the court at the Miami Open, where the spotlight will be brighter than ever. But it's not just experience that gives Eala the edge, it's preparation. In the lead-up to the tournament, she has been training alongside João Fonseca, a player known for his aggressive style and strong mental approach. Working with Fonseca has allowed Eala to sharpen both her technical skills and her mindset. His high-intensity training sessions push her to stay focused, react quickly, and maintain composure under pressure, exactly the qualities needed to counter Siegemund's tactics. This preparation ensures that Eala won't be caught off guard. Instead, she'll be ready to match intensity with discipline and respond to disruption with control. Siegemund's reputation is built on her ability to frustrate opponents and pull them into a psychological battle, but Eala appears to have the perfect answer. She has developed a level of mental resilience that allows her to remain calm, composed, and locked in regardless of the situation. Training with Fonseca has only strengthened that mindset, giving her the tools to stay focused even when the match turns chaotic. She knows what's coming, and more importantly, she knows how to handle it. Ultimately, this matchup goes far beyond technique or physical ability. It's a clash of mental strength, discipline, and composure. Siegemund will likely try to control the tempo and disrupt Eala's rhythm, but the young star is prepared for exactly that scenario. She has faced adversity, overcome controversial moments, and emerged stronger each time. Her preparation has been tailored for this kind of challenge, ensuring she can stay grounded no matter what happens on court. As the Miami Open 2026 draws closer, anticipation continues to build for what promises to be a dramatic showdown. This isn't just another match, it's a battle of wills. Can Siegemund break Eala's focus with her psychological tactics, or will Eala's resilience prove unshakable? One thing is certain. Fans are in for a gripping contest filled with tension, intensity, and high-level tennis. Eala steps into this match with confidence, experience, and a mindset built for moments like this. She's no longer just a promising talent. She's a competitor who has already shown she can thrive under pressure. If Siegemund believes she can rattle her, she may be in for a surprise. Eala has done the work, faced the challenges, and prepared for the storm. Now, she's ready to prove that she belongs on the biggest stage and that her rise in the tennis world is only just beginning.